Mabuhay, Pilipinas. This is Spear Cyber TV, live streaming now. Mabuhay, Pilipinas. This is Spear Cyber TV, live streaming now.
Usapin, talakayin. Opinyon, lilinawin kasama si Rocel Lopez, umaarangkada sa Spear Cyber TV.
Mga maiinit na balita, mga pangyayari sa buong maghapon, ihahatid ni Rocel Lopez sa News Recap. Ihahatid ngayon na sa Spear Cyber TV.
Mga OFWs at makibalita sa mga nangyayari sa Pilipinas. Samahan si Tita Lou Medina at Wedge Kudsa. Sama-sama natin paglaban ang inyong mga karanasan abroad. Basta ikaw, OFW ang bida rito. Hello Philippines, hello world, dito sa Spear Cyber TV.
Brought to you by Cyber TV.
Ang sarap mamuhay kapag ika'y malaya. Wala kang atraso at wala kang napinsala. Hindi ka pangingalagan ng iyong mga kaibigan, sapagkat hindi ka sangkot.
Usapin, talakayin. Opinyon, lilinawin kasama si Rocel Lopez, umaarangkada sa Spear Cyber TV.
Okay, alas 2:34 na mga kaibigan. Na-delay na naman kami. Si Joshua talaga. Mga kaibigan, pasensya na kayo at na-delay yung aming pag-e-ere nitong programang UTOL dito sa Spear Cyber TV, your BFF Online. At ayan po ay kasalanan ng aking technical engineer na si Joshua Mendoza. Okay mga kaibigan, at ngayon po ay araw ng Biyernes, huling araw nitong isang linggo. Huling araw ng weekdays, pero hanggang linggo pa tayo. So, at yun nga mga kaibigan, sa inyo pa rin ngayon itong programang UTOL, usapin, talakayin, opinyon, lilinawin. Dito pa rin siyempre sa nag-iisang Spear Cyber TV, your BFF Online. Kaya mga kaibigan, sa oras na alas 2:35 ay siyempre kasama ko dito sa technical side si Joshua Mendoza. No? At siyempre, magbatian portion muna tayo. As usual, yung mga viewers natin sa Orani Bataan Public Market, yung walang kupas, ang aking Tito Rick Santiago at saka si Al. Pag magagawi kayo, punta lang kayo sa Orani Bataan Public Market. Hanapin niyo yung Rick Eatery. Solve kayo ron. Walang kaduda-duda. Minsan sasama ko nga si Joshua ron eh. At syempre yung mga kaibigan natin sa Ilocos Norte, sina Ma'am Jenny Dean at Roel Hambaro, Michael Ziril Pebenito, Jefferson Domingo, si Ira, at si Jenny ng Paraiso ni Aniben sa Lawag City sa Ilocos Norte. At syempre sina Ate Gemma Payawal at si Utol Ronald Payawal ng Paywatch Beach Resort sa Lian, Batangas. At gayon din yung mga grupo, itong Marinduque Morions Riders Group sa pangunguna naman ni Christopher De Los Santos, pabati po. At saka si Ma'am Gloria Macalintal Parel na nasa New York na lagi pong nanonood dito sa programang UTOL at sa lahat ng programa na SPEAR, yung aming Hello Philippines, Hello World, yan, kay Ate Lu Medina. At gayon din si J. Otto Enrico Velasquez alias Corixman, magandang hapon. At gayon din itong BJMP Riders Group, magandang hapon sa inyo mga ka-riders. At gayon din ang mga taga San Jose del Monte, Bulacan, si Police Colonel Orlando Castil Jr. o IC ng San Jose del Monte PNP. At si Police Lieutenant Nestor Babula naman ay nalipat na po mula San Jose del Monte PNP, nalipat po sa Engineering Department ng Campo Crame. Ayan po, magandang hapon sa iyo. Police Lieutenant Nestor Babula, mukhang engineer ka na, mukhang ikaw gagawa ng mga building ng mga PNP or ano pa man. At kay Magno Prendol na siyang nagtatrabaho naman sa San Jose del Monte Prosecutor's Office at ganoon din sa mga staff at kay Police Executive Master Sergeant Gary Santos. At siyempre, sila Maxi de la Cruz, si Yob, at ang kapatid niya si Bunso, si Gemma, na ngayon ay nasa UAE at nanonood po sa atin. Ito'y laging nanonood sa atin, si Gemma, si Bunso. Kaya magandang hapon sa iyo dyan, Bunso, Gemma, at ingat-ingat po dyan sa UAE, alam mo naman. At gayon din si yung Tambayang Batch 85 ng Elisa Esguerra High School sa Malabon, sina Bossing Arnel, Liza Basilio, at kapatid na si Celso, si Amor, si Marisa Cruz, si Joselito Doji Dimla, Nil Evangelista, Abner Libunao na nasa Cebu ngayon, at syempre aking pinsan si Abed Santiago. At ganyan din yung mga taga Sandigan Bayan na si Kuya Albert Abed de la Cruz, Chief na Sandigan Bayan Sheriff Division, Robert Esteban, si Steve, at yung kasama niyang si Jomar Magdaso. Ayan. Ganyan din ang Labnet Company, sina Bernardo at Fernan Chavez, Mitzi Suzuki, Alex Alasagas, JC Bitas, at Al Jerome Katimbang. Ayan. At syempre, hindi ko pwedeng kalimutan si Ma'am Aiza Reniba Cruz ng Radyo 5 92.3 News FM. At ang katandem niya si Kuya Alex Tinsay sa programang Metro Sabado. At ito pong si Ate Aiza, siyempre siya po ang aking mentor, aking ate. Kahit may problema ako, yan, nakadama ito. Kaya hindi ko po pwedeng kalimutan yan si Ate Aiza Reniba Cruz. Ayan, magandang hapon po sa inyo lahat. At syempre, pagkatok kinalimutan ko malamang magsara na SPEAR. Si Daniel Valdez, ang aming suki, ang aming avid na viewer at listener ng SPEAR Cyber TV. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Daniel. At yung sinasabi, hindi naman nag-live si O'Neil. Nandiyan pa rin sa Binumong chat group. Nandiyan pa siya, nakikita ko. At gayon din, si Jaime Santos Pahayag na nanonood ngayon mula pa rin sa San Jose del Monte, Bulacan. Magandang hapon sa iyo, Utol Jaime. Magandang hapon at sa pamilya mo. Okay mga kaibigan, ngayon po ay kanina dumalo tayo ng isang press conference. Maganda po yung napuntahan nating press conference mga kaibigan. Ito po ay kaugnay sa Ampidea at Arellano University ay lumagda sa isang MOA para sa educational scholarship noong mga anak ng PIDEA personnel na nasawi sa kasigsagan ng operasyon nila. Ito'y binigyan ng ayuda ng Arellano University ng full educational scholarship. Napakagaling po. At pinangunahan siyempre yung paglagda sa MOA ni na PIDEA Director General Aaron Aquino at si Arellano University Chairman and President Francisco Paulino V. Caico. Kilala ko po yun kasi ang may-ari po ng Arellano, mga kaibigan, kung di nyo alam, ay mga tagalunsod ng Malabon. Ayan po. Kanina po ay ginawa nga seremonya sa PIDEA Building sa kanilang main office sa Quezon City. At mas maganda, Joshua, panoorin natin yung nangyaring press conference kanina sa mismong national headquarters ng Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency. Panoorin po natin.
Caico, Chairman and CEO of the Arellano University. Rodrigo Ramos Pimentel, PIDEA Deputy Director General of Operations. Director Irish C. Calaguas, Chief of Staff, OIC Deputy Director General for Administration. Colonel Ricardo Santiago, Incoming Deputy Director General for Administration. Attorney Frederick G. Didase, Vice President for Human Resources Division and Director of Legal Affairs Department from Arellano University. PIDEA service directors, fellow public servants, partners and guests, our friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today, July 5, 2019, we are gathered here to witness another milestone under the leadership of DG Aquino. Welcome to the MOA signing between the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency and the Arellano University. And after this program, we will have a press conference. And before we start our program, we will request everyone to please stand for the invocation to be led by Ms. Meg Bishop. And please remain standing for the singing of Philippine National Anthem.
Let us put ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Loving Heavenly Father, we thank you for this wonderful day that you have given to us. Thank you for this time that we can gather together for the MOA signing between Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency and the Arellano University. At this moment, we thank you and ask for your blessing and divine wisdom, especially to the heads of our agency and the Arellano University. May you also bless those who prepared this program. We pray for your guidance in the matters at hand. Bestow your grace to all of us present here so we could aim your purpose and this event for your greater glory of your name. All these we ask in the precious name of our Lord Jesus Christ. Amen.
University is available in all its 7 campuses in Metro Manila for school years 2019 to 2023, and this will cover from elementary to college level. At this juncture, we will now witness the MOA signing between PIDEA and Arellano University. May we now request Director General Aquino and Chairman Caico to sign the MOA. University both have agreed on the following: additional scholarship grants extended by Arellano University is available in all its 7 Metro Manila campuses for school years 2019 to 2023 from elementary to college, and the grantee shall carry a full semester loan prescribed for the particular level by the curriculum. May we request Director General Aquino and Chairman Caico to show the signed MOA to the media for documentation. A round of applause, please, for the successful endeavor. At this point, we would like to
Director General Aaron Aquino, officers of the PIDEA, staff of the PIDEA, members of the media. Actually, this undertaking was initiated by the university a few months after President Duterte was elected into office. We voluntarily submitted a proposal to Malacanang. The proposal we made was given to then, who is the DOJ Secretary Leonardo Ibarra. We proposed because this happened quite close to the incident in Marawi.
So yan mga
And we
kaibigan,
were very touched by the involvement of the armed forces, specifically the armed forces, and government in this Marawi. And we took cognizance of the soldiers who were killed in battle. And we made a proposal which was to give educational benefits to children of the soldiers who were killed in battle, and also to the wives of the soldiers who were left behind. And it was submitted to the office of the Executive Secretary. In the same proposal or letter that we gave, we made mention of PIDEA. But the proposal we made, or the offer that we gave, was to offer PIDEA scholarships into our College of Law for personnel of PIDEA. What was the reason for this? The reason for this was the drug problem, the implications of the drug problem. And we noticed, based on our meetings with the school of law, that there are a lot of arrests that have been made, but some, or quite a number, still manage to get off the hook, simply because of wrong handling of the case, wrong handling of evidence, etc., etc., etc. Which doesn't mean that those who are arrested are to be friends. So we made that plan, we offered that including today, we would like to offer for personnel in the school of law. So this offer is still alive, it's still available. We have the biggest law school in the country today. We have also enrollees in school of law. Recently, the Legal Education Board just came up with the ranking of law schools, and we have been ranked number 4 in the country. So we would like to offer this. Now, in relation to this, we thought of extending the same benefit that we wanted for the armed forces to PIDEA, which is to offer scholarships to the children of members of the force of PIDEA whose father have been killed in actual battle. And we feel that this would be a very positive contribution to help the families. And we can even extend this to the wives or husbands. This is one of the few government agencies with so many women. I just noticed it when I came in. And I would like to congratulate the organization for this. Women power here is very strong. So I came from the president, and over 20 years, is one of the very few really where I've seen very, very strong force of women. I'm very surprised. But anyway, we would like to offer the same thing even to the husbands and to the wives of those who have been slain in battle, because we have some courses. We have not explored it, but we would like to extend it also to PIDEA. We have a course which was granted by the Commission on Higher Education, where students who did not finish college, but to finish high school, it's only for Filipinos, can be granted a college degree based on their work experience, which we can convert into academic credits. And the course is only a one-year course. You have to finish it within 1 year. And the degree that will be granted is a bachelor's degree. And if the course that you want to take requires a board exam, you are also eligible to take the board exam. So it will be a bachelor's degree, especially for those who have not finished college. Those of you who need a college degree to be promoted, to get your permanency in your tenure here in government, we have this course with us and we would like to extend it to you. And the same thing, like I said, to the husbands and wives of the force of PDEA who need help because of they have been left behind about their action in battle, etc. So we believe that in order to eradicate the drug problem, government and private sector have to work together. Government can do it alone. Private sector cannot do it alone. We have to work together. We feel the drug problem in our campuses. And this is one reason why we openly approached PDEA to seek an integration of curriculum. I feel that the long-term solution will be in education. If we can educate the youth, if we can educate the people about the ill effects of drugs, then this becomes a long-term solution. We cannot just keep on arresting and catching them. We have to integrate this with a long-term program. We feel that this is where the educational institutions can come in. Well, we can integrate this, work with this together. And we have seen, like I said, so many young boys and girls being damaged, future being thrown out the window simply because of the drug problem. So we'd like to tell Director General Aquino, the doors of Parayan University are open. We will open the doors to you, not limited only to the MOA that we will be signing today. We would like to open the doors because we feel that we also need you in terms of enriching the educational process that we have, the curriculum that we have. You are more aware of the problems of the ground than we are. And we will need you into enriching the curriculum and educating the youth that we have. We have a total of 51,000 students in 7 campuses in Metro Manila. And if we succeed in integrating a very effective curriculum course on drugs, there will be helping 51,000 families within Metro Manila. And I think it will be a very, very significant development. The impact will be great. I hope other schools will look at this as a model so that we can expand this throughout the country and maybe have our own contribution to the drug problem of the future. So maraming pong salamat.
Thank you very much, sir. And now, we will also hear the message of PDEA Director General.
I'd like to acknowledge the President of Arizona University, Mr. Francisco Paulicay, and also Dr. Pudasa, the officer of members of my command group, legislators, and even my friends from the media, good morning. It's been my priority class to promote the well-being, the welfare of all PDEA personnel. Simulat sa poll, sinabi ko na sa aking chief of staff, even my command group, let us always look for the welfare of the people. Sila kasi maraming tinatrabaho sa ground. So, that we need to take care of our men. In performing our duties, the risk is all there. Even I have so many risks, I have so many threats. Ang nila, even my family have already threats. So, really never go to the situation, especially as for the lead agency on the programs. And since 2008 to present, 43 na namatay at sugatan sa mga kasama. Plenty of them died from line of communities na outside na. And the other 20 were wounded. And we cannot forget today, we cannot forget what had happened to our 5 agents who were killed situation where our people like those who just, conducting dialogues, providing advocacy in the whole area, eventually they will be killed by these drug groups. And luckily, one of the main suspects, or the principal suspects in that particular act, was arrested to a bypass operation for a few days ago. And this is one way that we need to help others. Definitely, pag namatay ang amahin o sa isang bahay, magkakaroon ng financial stress. Ang problema, mahihinto lahat ang pag-aaral ng bata. Ay wala na nagtatrabaho. I'm really recognizing the efforts of Arellano University doing such. And today, ako is very you. When I was still in the PNP, may nakaring ganito as well. We were just given a 20-30% discount. It's not a full educational solution. So, nandun pa rin yung problema ng mga gulang, although discounted ang ang pag-aaral ng mga kabataan. Pero just the same, talagang hindi pa rin mapupuluan ang pag-aaral ng mga kabataan, yung mga naiwan ng mga anak. So, we are grateful, and we are very grateful, we have many women that Arellano have done this. And I think kailangan natin palitan siguro yung napirmahan ngayon. Kasi we are extending the benefit in action. But for the children, legitimate and legitimated children, but also really extending the kanilang benefits for those who haven't finished their college degrees, for those who want to take law, and maybe there are someone pwede natin magpag-usap. And talagang nakakabangha na gawin ito ng Arellano. It's not only for Bidea, they are extending also to the other law enforcement agencies, the armed forces of the Philippines. Isa lang siguro ang eskwelahan talaga ang kakagawa. Wala akong makikita eskwelahan ang gagawa ng full scholarship from elementary, secondary, and tertiary. And I believe in what the chairman had said a while ago, that the curriculum on the education on illegal drugs should be included in the school. I've been telling that again and again sa Department of Education. Dapat isa na kasi based on their statement, ang illegal drugs was only discussed for just 2 hours or 3 hours in the school. Hindi kasama sa curriculum. Sana maisama na ito at ma-update. Kasi nung pinitang yung program of instructions ng benefit, obsolete na halos tinutuloy nila sa mga kabataan. So there are new emerging drugs now in the market. Hindi kasama doon. And we need to educate more about our children. Because our children will be again, I thank Arellano University for the time.
Thank you very much, sir. We will now proceed with a presentation of plaque of appreciation to our partner university, Arellano University, in grateful and sincere appreciation of its dedication to support the Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency through provision of scholarship grants to the researchers and agency personnel to put in action and or with in action. Given this day of 2019 at Pidea Quezon City, signed out on an affidavit Director General Pidea. We are also giving a token of appreciation to Arellano University, and this token is a replica of the official badge of Pidea Drug Enforcement Officers. A round of applause, please, for the successful accomplishment we have today. Thank you very much again, sirs. We now very much for your time and commitment in serving our nation. Thank you also to the continued support to our government's campaign against illegal drugs. Mabuhay po tayong lahat. And that ends our loan signing between PIDEA and Arellano University. May we request everyone to please stand for the singing of PIDEA Hymn Tungkulin Aral. We request everyone to please be seated for the next part of the program.
Kailangan ba may letter sila if ever na mag-enroll yung mga iwan na mahal sa buhay o mga anak noong matay sa Philippines.
We will have to discuss it today on the whole process. But definitely it will have to come from today. We will not entertain the application that will not pass through the office of the Director General of the PIDEA. So we will just have to work out the details of the procedures with the staff of PIDEA.
Sir, may limit ba yun kung ilan na kunyari sa amin? Kunyari, meron silang 4 na anak na sabay-sabay na nag-aaral. Hindi ba ang scholarship na ibibigay ng Arellano?
Basta anak ng PIDEA, we will entertain. Lahat ang klaseng anak.
Mga expenditures na maaari nyo. Depende ito sa magiging guidelines of procedure na madadraft namin with PIDEA. Yun ang magiging pagbabasihan ng pagtatanggap ng scholarship. Gusto ko rin paalam sa inyo na we would like to extend today. We have a physical therapy rehab center. We offer it for free sa public, yung mga gusto magpa-rehab. And the same center will be open to you for those who need physical rehab. Our center is in Manila.
Action. At saka yung CDD-CR or yung Complete Disability Discharge-Oriented something like that. Anyway, pag completely disabled yung PIDEA agent, kasama pa rin lang sa bed.
So anak ng mga taga-PIDEA, open lahat ng courses namin. Ang offer lang namin sa law, yung mga present employees ng PIDEA, yung mga yung on the right now. Iwan din namin sa PIDEA kung ano magiging operating guidelines nito kung paano yung susunod. Pero we would like for that to the present. Expenditures na maaari nyo. Depende ito magiging extent, we have a physical therapy rehab center. We offer it for free sa mga gusto mag-rehab. And yung center will be open to you for those who need physical rehab. Our center is
action. At saka yung CDD or yung cognitive disability discharge-oriented something like that. Completely disabled na yung PDA agent, kasama pa rin lang sa demo.
sa mga anak ng mga taga-PDEA, open lahat ng courses namin. Ang in-offer lang natin sa law, yung mga present employees ng PDEA, yung mga agents, yung who are on board right now. Iiwan din namin sa PDEA kung ano magiging operating guidelines, paano yung procedures. Pero we would like to offer that to the present, it's only on weekends, Saturdays and Sundays.
Advertise ng any employee in university para makatulong sa pagsusupo ng droga or para monitor yung illegal drugs sa university.
Mag-request na ano?
Is it possible na magkaroon ng advertise ng
parang confidential agent?
something like that, para makatulong yung university sa PDEA sa drug war.
But we have confidential agents, pero in limited period of time. The operations is considered, for example, for 3 or 6 months. Ang confidential agents namin is just for 3 or 6 months. Hindi yung pag sinabing confidential agent, it's all throughout the confidential agent.
Thank you, sir.
From IDC 13, I would just like to ask, aside from the scholarships granted, what else are the services you guys will be able to provide for the children, only if there's any for? Thank you.
Services.
Aside from the scholarships granted, will you guys be providing for the children?
For the children. As far as we're concerned, we will be offering it from grade school up to college. So it's going to be complete. Because we believe that if we want to help, it has to be the complete package. Mahirap yung abbreviated lang yung tulong, pagkatapos din yung bata. Wala din mangyayari. So we believe that and aside from that, we have a very rich program, especially in senior high school. Kasi very extensive yung on-the-job training. We are now looking also at technical skills education. We have tie-ups with industry groups. So mabilis magkaroon ng trabaho yung mga bata. Even without going to college, as long as they finish their technical education, they can gain employment in terms of their skills.
Again, yung sinabi ko kahapon, first impression na kasi ng mga ordinary citizens that we are losing. Said yesterday, even the president has the impression that we are losing. Because, kita mo for the past months, parang lumalala kasi ang dami natin nahuli sa laman ng pahayagan.
Yan mga kaibigan, kinanta po yung
wala tayong marinig kung hindi tungkol sa illegal na drugs. And we are busting a lot of drugs coming from other countries. We are busting drugs even in barangays and communities. So, araw-araw wala tayong kumpay kung di marinig illegal na drugs. Now, the drug problem more serious. It's not. In fact, lahat ng operations na ginagawa ng PDEA and other law enforcement agencies, including the PNP, naka-level up yung operations natin. And that's the reason why ganito ang nangyayari ngayon. Kaya ang first impression natin, parang lumalala yata, araw-araw na lang, droga, lagi. May na kilo-kilo, by billions na ngayon ang nahuhuli, floating cocaine kung saan-saan. So, the first impression, talagang lumalala. lumala, we are losing and lumala ang situation. But it's the other way around.
Fascinated. Is this all living in Metro Manila?
Ano po ito? Nationwide. Just like yung na-ambush po sa amin sa Kapay, doon sinabi ko kanina, we're all killed doon sa part ng Mindanao.
I'm asking this because the offer of the Arellano University, how about they can allow to go here in Manila since that they are permanently incapacitated and support of the financial. Well, you're going to live here at home. You're supposed to study in Metro Manila since the Arellano University. The seven campuses of Arellano University was in Metro Manila.
Unfortunately, all our campuses are in Manila. We have 7 campuses in Manila. Now, if the student is in the far-flung provinces, etc., then maybe we will just have to see how this can be done. I don't know, maybe we can work with today and look for a compromise of possibility how this can be done. But unfortunately, they will have to come to Manila because these are where all our schools are.
So, no benefits and this project.
Well, we have a lot of students who come from provinces but are studying us in Manila. What they do is they look for relatives here within the area who are in the vicinity of the school, leaders or armed forces in the country. So we said we are open to that. We made the offer to Manila, but we got a letter from the Office of the Executive thanking that, and they have to work out the details, the IRR, implementing rules of that. So it's not only the nice thing about it is when we talk to Pidea, they reacted to it, and therefore the reaction will result in the action plan which we are now implementing.
Last question.
Ngayon nasa taon na to, may remaining 3 years pa siya. Meron po bang action plan ang PIDEA o magbabago ng strategy ang PIDEA para magkakaroon yung mga pagkakamon?
Strategy nila pero pa rin pursue without free-from strategy and dagdagan na nga namin yung reduction program namin. And again, there are still 19,000 more barangays to years. For 3 years. We are already about 23% barangay cleared. So meron pa naiiwan na 67% pa. Malaki pa, di ba? So the problem is the remaining barangays are the most affected barangays. Particularly those dito sa NCR. So ito yung challenge na-experience namin sa PIDEA and other law enforcement agencies. And I just hope that 600% we can comply that within the next 2 years. If not, I just hope the next president can have the continuity of the war on drugs para matapos talaga. Otherwise, kung hindi, we'll go back again to zero. Let us cross our PIDEA, and PIDEA is still positive na we will still reach the goal, our mandates, our mandates, reach yung 100% gratuity.
Sure mo dalitan.
Our salary will remain pegged at the same, obeying the service uniform services, just like the AP, the KNP, and all others. Kaya nga minsan naglilipatan na yung mga ano sa amin, yung mga empleyado natin sa PNP. In terms of recruitment, just this thing, maraming recruits are applying the PNP. battalion that we have. But we are asking for the approval of NACNAC. Hopefully, it will be approved. At least nasa level na rin kami ng other law enforcement police.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. That's the last question, and we'd like to thank our Director General, Chairman Cavite, and the media for joining us. Mga kanang over to Ms. Jenny.
That concludes our program. This has been your MC today, Jenny Mendoza.
Okay, so mga kaibigan, yan po at napakinggan nyo at napanood yung pong ginawang press con sa Philippine Drug Enforcement Agency kung saan nga ay lumagda nga po sa isang memorandum of agreement sina PIDEA Director Aaron Aquino at si Arellano University President Francisco Paulino V. Caico. So mga kaibigan, yun nga, sinasabi nga kanina ni Chairman Caico na actually hindi lang PIDEA ang binigyan nila ng letter para dyan sa ganyang kasi advokasya po ng pamilya ng Caico ay yan po, isa yan po sa kanilang na mapag-aral yung mga nasa pwesto po natin dito sa gobyerno partikular, yung mga nasa law enforcement unit. Katulad nga po, isa yung PIDEA, pero gumawa na rin sila ng sulat sa PNP, sa AFP, para nga po dito sa ganitong bagay na para sila magpapaaral hanggang sa makatapos po ng koleyo. So, napakaswerte po nung ating mga member ng PIDEA dahil yun nga, ginawa po ng Arellano University itong gantong sistema. So napakaganda po at kahit nga po sabihin na natin na siyempre hindi naman natin masasabi knock on wood na masawi yung mga member ng PIDEA sa oras ng kanilang trabaho. So wala na silang po problemahin dahil makakapag-aral pa rin at makakapagtapos po ang kanilang mga anak. So, congratulations, PIDEA and Arellano University, particular to Chairman and President, si Sir Francisco Paulino V. Caico. Congratulations po at sana ay magtuloy-tuloy po yung advokasya ng inyong pamilya. Sana po, ay hindi lamang sana sa mga miyembro ng PNP, ng PIDEA, Armed Forces, sana sa lahat po, in general na natin para, ako lang naman yun. Ganun pa man, maraming salamat at yung pong mga, ang mga magulang ay nasa PIDEA, so wala lang kayong magiging problema, sakali mong dumating sa punto na wag naman na yung mga magulang ay masawi o mawala sa oras ng kanilang pagtupad ng kanilang tungkulin. Okay, magandang hapon din kay Mark Dueñas at nanonood po siya ngayon. Ito po yung batang ito ay masipag, talagang dedicated sa kanyang trabaho at syempre responsable po na lalaki. So, congratulations Mark Dueñas, lalo na doon sa iyong business nyo ng iyong fiancé, yeah? Tama ba? So, kaso nga lang, hindi ko pa natitikman yung inyong sizzler, mga sizzler nyo. Ops, at nanonood din sa atin si Police Sergeant Jerry Bautista ng Malabon PNP. At syempre, lahat binabati na natin yung mga miyembro ng Malabon Police. At syempre, sa kanilang pangunguna ng kanilang hepe na si Police Colonel Tamayaw. Magandang hapon sa inyo dyan, Malabon PNP. Yung mga member dyan ng PIDEA, pasalamat kayo kay Arellano Chairman President Sir Caico dahil napakaswerte nyo dahil isipin mo binigay ang full scholarship. Sana din katulad to si Police Sergeant Jerry Bautista, may anak din ho yan. So sana sa kanila din magbigay kayo ng alam mo Jerry, Boss Jerry Bote, sinabi kanina ni Sir Caico, si Sir Francisco Paulino Caico na sumulat na rin siya sa inyo sa PNP. Ganon din sa Armed Forces na ino-offer nga yung ganung sistema na kung halimbawa lang mawala kayo sa o masawi kayo sa oras ng inyong trabaho sa serbisyo, hindi nyo na po problemahin yung pag-aaral ng mga anak nyo dahil sasagutin ng Arellano University kahit anong kurso, kahit sa branches ng Arellano dito sa Metro Manila. Sila ang sasagot at walang babayaran ni isang busing. Ha? So ayan, napakaganda sana yung PNP ay sumagot at sumang-ayon dito sa advokasya ng pamilya Caico para sa mga anak ng mga nasa serbisyo tulad ng mga pulis, sundalo, armed forces, marines, yan, mga air force, yan, kasama ang PIDEA. Okay, tsaka mga kaibigan, siguro ko magpapakilala muna nating himpilan sa oras na alas 3:23 ng hapon at magbabalik po tayo. Bakit? Ayan, papakilala mo tayo, Joshua. Pakilala lang po ang aming himpilan.
know how a small or state can take you somewhere? And how that somewhere isn't a place. It's a feeling. It's a moment. Because time is fleeting. A moment is experienced just once. But some moments, the great ones, are remembered forever. I guess that's why they say, we don't remember days. We remember moments. Or that life itself can be measured in moments. We love putting wonder and beauty in your moments, making them better, making them unforgettable, making them something you can keep forever. Because moments are the best things we can ever have. Come and celebrate our moments with us.
Uy, tama. Meron na akong mga bagong disenyo. Ganda talaga si boss. Buti hindi malala ang nangyari sa'yo. Yan lang.
Oo nga, boss eh. Nasamantalayin ko na akong pagkakaroon, boss. Papahinga po muna sana ako.
Naging mabuti kang empleyado sa kumpanya ko. Kaya kung binabalak mo bumalik ka.
Okay lang po ba sa'yo na nasa bahay ka?
Bakit ayaw mo bang nandito si Papa?
Kasi di ba dapat ang babae gumagawanan. Ang lalaki naman ay mas nagbabalat ng buto.
Balat naman ang buto, kakaga sa'yo. Kumana, yan.
Gandang araw ninyo.
Magandang araw din po. Sino sila?
ECC po.
Kaming buhay mula sa ECC o Employees Compensation Commission, isa pong sangay ng gobyerno na tumutulong po sa mga empleyadong katulad niyo po.
Sinong mag-aakala na sa tulong nyo, nagampanan ko na ang aking mga tungkulin sa mga tunay na boss ng buhay ko.
Oh, Papa! Andiyan pala sila, Ma'am Sen!
Hindi na pa.
Wala kami nasabihan.
Dito pala si Madam.
Salamat, Madam.
Ako po si Reynaldo Vargas, businessman na ngayon at nakabangon dahil sa ECC.
You know how certain smell, or taste, or touch, or sound, or sight can take you somewhere? And how that somewhere isn't a place. It's a feeling. It's a moment. Because time, most is once. But some moments, the great ones, are remembered forever. I guess we remember days. We remember moments. Or that life itself of wonder, beauties, making them something you can keep forever. Because moments are the best we can ever have. Come and celebrate your moments with us.
Okay, so mga kaibigan, bago tayo magpatuloy sa ating programang UTOL, tatanggap po muna tayo ng report mula sa labas ng himpilan sa ating kasamang si Dave Baluyot. Ito po'y kaugnay sa holiday strike sa Lunes. Huwag daw suportahan. Epekto sa kabuhayan, masama. Pakinggan po natin ang report. Dave, pasok.
Nag-aalala ang Grab Philippines na masamang epekto sa ekonomiya, kabuhayan ng drivers at mga pasahero ng planong transport holiday sa Lunes. Dahil dito ay walang balak ang Grab Philippines na makilahok sa planong strike ng mga kasama sa Transport Network Vehicle Services Community sa mismong araw ng Lunes na simula ng araw ng pasok sa trabaho at paralan sa loob ng linggong iyon. Sa halip ay nanawagan ng Grab Philippines at TNVS Community na huwag ituloy ang ikinakasang holiday strike sa araw ng Lunes. Ayon pa sa Grab, maapektuhan ang napakaraming pasahero kung itutuloy ang holiday strike. Ang Transport Holiday sa Lunes ay isasagawa bilang protesta sa Land Transportation Franchising and Regulatory Board dahil sa umano ay pahirap ng mga pulisya at mabagal na pagproseso sa mga aplikasyon para sa Provisional Authority at Certificate of Public Convenience. Samantala, nagpayo si Atty. Osaka na ang mga problemang kailangang harapin ng TNBS community ay dapat na idaan sa pag-uusap ng may mga kaugnayan sa sektor. Mula sa Makati City, Dave Baluyot para sa Spiel Cyber TV, your BFF Online.
Maraming salamat, Dave Baluyot, sa iyong pag-uulat. At ang pag-uulat po yan ay nagatid sa atin sa oras na alas 3:34 po ng hapon. Alam mo mga kaibigan, yung pong sinasabi ni Dave na yung transport holiday po, actually, ang may problema ho dito kasi, LTFRB. Kung matatandaan nyo, nagpunta tayo sa press ko ng TNBS, ang LTFRB kasi marami yung mga problema na ayaw harapin, ayaw makipag-usap sa mga operator, driver, commuters, at saka yung mga polisiya nila pabago-bago. So doon nagugulo, nalilito yung mga TNBS operator at driver na ano ba talaga, paano ba talaga? Kasi katulad niya kung ako kukuha ng isang sasakyan, magma-monthly amortization ho ako doon. So siyempre, kapag ka ako hindi pinag-renew, hindi ako binigyan ng pinarenew yung PA sa akin ng LTFRB, ang ginagawa nila hinuhuli. Katulad doon kahapon, sumakay ako ng Grab. Kausap ko yung isang Grab driver. Meron siyang 3 kaibigan, hinuli, inimpound na sasakyan. Bakit? Kasi expired daw yung kanyang PA. Ngayon, ang problema sa LTFRB, hindi nire-renew. Minsan naman may nagsasabi na patatakan lang. So, sino ba talaga pakikinggan? Alam nyo, ang gugulo nyo, LTFRB. Hindi malaman sa inyo kung sino susundi sa inyo. Hindi malaman kung puro pera-pera gusto nyo, kung paano. Harapin nyo, dumaan kayo sa public consultation. Hindi nyo pinatatawag mga operator, hindi nyo pinatatawag mga driver, mga commuters. So ano gagawin? Saan lalagay? Ika nga sa kasibihan. Ikaw man ang lumaki sa puwet ko, ano maaamoy mo? Di ba? Ito, mga tatanga-tanga taga LTFRB. So, dapat iayos nyo para hindi nagkakaproblema ho. Siyempre, pagka ikaw walang kita, paano mo babayaran yung monthly amortization ng kinuha mong kotse? Na pang-grab. So, saan kukuha? Umayos kayo dyan, mga taga-LTFRB. Wala namang makausap sa inyo. Ayaw namang may magsalita sa inyo. Walang gustong magsalita. Ano ang gusto nyo mangyari? Mga tinamaan kayo ng lintik talaga taga-LTFRB. Okay, so mga kaibigan, medyo lumiko muna tayo ng panag-uusapan. Kanina rin, dumalo ko sa isang press conference po, ng grupong No Burn Philippines. Ito po yung kaugnay sa pagtutol nila doon sa incineration na isusulong ng gobyerno, ng particular ng DNR. At ang magpopondo nga po rito ay ang Japan. Alam nyo mga kaibigan, itong pagsusunog ng basura ay masama ho sa kalusugan ng tao. Hindi lang sa kalusugan, pati sa kalikasan, sa climate change. Kaya nga tayo nagkakaproblema. So, pinakamaganda, panoorin natin at pakinggan yung nangyaring press conference kanina sa isang restaurant sa QC, dyan lang sa likod ng Quezon City Hall, yung pong kaugnay sa incineration ng mga basura. Panoorin po natin.
It decreases with the level of public participation. Those are my two laws. So I suspect the politicians in the Philippines, corruption as usual, will find a way to do this illegal act. But the interesting thing is, this is being supported by respectable Japanese agencies, Japanese Development Bank, Japanese JIAIC, and they should be embarrassed to be abetting an illegal action. Let me say it again. Japanese agencies are knowingly abetting an illegal action. They know that right now incineration is illegal under Section 10 of your Clean Air Act. It's illegal. And yet they are pushing, and they are the dominant players in pushing their technology. How generous of them, their development agencies, coming up with plans. We'll show you how to handle solid waste. You know what the answer is going to be? Build one of our Japanese incinerators. So we'll make a lot of money out of the aid that we've given them. Now, with the hindsight of 20 years, what's fascinating is that when we were fighting incineration, we asserted that there were better alternatives. But when we were doing that 20 years ago, those alternatives were not in place. Today they are in place, and they are happening. You've heard that you've got communities in the Philippines with 80% diversion. We have San Francisco, a city of 850,000 people with 80% diversion. It decreases with the level of public participation. Those are my two laws. So I suspect the politicians in the Philippines, corruption as usual, will find a way to do this illegal act. But the interesting thing is, this is being supported by respectable Japanese agencies. Japanese Development Bank, Japanese JIAIC, and they should be embarrassed to be abetting an illegal action. Let me say it again. Japanese agencies are knowingly abetting an illegal action. They know that right now incineration is illegal under Section 10 of your Clean Air Act. It's illegal. And yet they are pushing, and they are the dominant players in pushing their technology. How generous of them, their development agencies, coming up with plans. We'll show you how to handle solid waste. You know what the answer is going to be? Build one of our Japanese incinerators. So we'll make a lot of money out of the aid that we're giving them. Now, with the hindsight of 20 years, what's fascinating is that when we were fighting incineration, we asserted that there were better alternatives. But when we were doing that 20 years ago, those alternatives were not in place. Today they are in place, and they are happening. You've heard that you've got communities in the Philippines with 80% diversion. We have San Francisco, a city of 850,000 people with 80% diversion. Now, why is 80% diversion an interesting number? Answer, the most reduction that you can get with incineration is 75%. In other words, societies around the planet have already posting recycling, reuse, waste reduction, and better industrial design. We can get 80% there without producing a toxic landfill. So it should be obvious for anybody with common sense and who is honest. The problem here is we're dealing with dishonest people and lazy people. Incinerators are pushed by lazy politicians who want a quick fix. Quick fix, and I will probably add in the bureaucrats at the DNR as well. They want a lazy solution. We're not going to solve the waste crisis with magic machines, whether you call them gasification, pyrolysis, plasma arc incinerators. That does not solve the problem. The problem of waste is when you mix everything together. The first step, when citizens mix the paper with the glass, with the metal, with the food waste and the plastics, that's waste. Waste is made by mixing. The first step must be separation, source separation. If you miss that first step, you cannot solve the waste crisis. You'll just get one catastrophe after another. We call them landfills or incinerators. We know better. We can do better. But we do need good leadership, and at every level. Now, the title of my book is The Zero Waste Solution, Untrashing the Planet One Community at a Time. Countries don't recycle, communities recycle. And there are wonderful examples. We have over 2,000 communities in Italy right now getting over 70% diversion, and over 1,000 getting 80%, and some over 90%. And we've got other examples in Belgium, in Slovenia. I mentioned California already. Now, the key to zero waste is the fact the community can't get to zero waste. The community can get close. Now, 80% is pretty good, 90% is even better. But to get to zero waste, you need a combination of community responsibility and industrial responsibility.
Only the residual waste now goes to the landfill. Kaya mura na lang, kaya mababa na lang yung kanilang gastos. So kung gagawin lahat yun ng LGUs na kaya naman ng kanilang budget, malaking-malaki ang savings at malinis ang lugar.
Lawyers from the department by lawyers. And
yes, we have been looking into that. We're just waiting for some things to happen before we file. Pero mayroong mga ilang mga kailangan mangyari just to establish your case. But yes, we are on that track, as well as trying to prove that putting up a waste-to-energy incineration business is not viable, because what we're trying to do is to reduce the waste so that when that happens, ay hindi na talaga magkakaroon ng silbi yung facility na yun. Kaya yun yung mga different tracks na aming ginagawa sa ngayon.
Kasi sir, tingin ko siyempre malaki kita dyan, kaya baka hindi nakikipag-usap sa inyo, mawawalan sila ng kita. Kaya baka hindi po pwede kasuhan nyo na kagad kung halimbawa, kasi may batas na eh. So ipupurso nila, malaki kita.
So yes, we are preparing a legal challenge to the proposed facilities that they plan to put up in Quezon City, Davao, or elsewhere. The other track is legislative oversight, because under the Cleaner Act and the Ecological Waste Management Act, there's parang yung mechanism to oversee the implementation of the law. Amend the Cleaner Act and lift the ban on incineration. So medyo kaya nga kaduda-duda yung ginagawa ng DNR because they want to go around the ban by coming up with these guidelines that actually undermine the spirit of the ban. And that's why in Congress there are also moves to actually repeal the ban. So that's why we believe we have a strong basis to file, shall we say, legal or to instigate a legal procedure to stop these projects from going forward. It's big money involved. Like Quezon City spends more than 1 billion pesos a year on waste management. It's a top expenditure. If you look at the budgets of local government units, waste management is a top expenditure item. And with an incinerator, I would suspect even, and Paul, you can back me on this, that many of these cities will go bankrupt. As we've seen in cities in the United States who've invested in incineration.
Indeed, Detroit has shut down the largest incinerator in the world, and that practically crippled the economy of Detroit. There were times when the police and the fire departments were not being paid because they had to pay the fees for using the incinerator. And Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the capital of Pennsylvania, that was bankrupted by their incinerator. So, underline, it's an economic disaster as well as an environmental public health disaster. But again, I think the vulnerable player here is the Japanese agencies. And I think the Philippines is probably used to corruption amongst its politicians, people who do this. But the Japanese agencies have a level of visibility and supposed respectability. If it becomes clear that they are abetting doing something illegal in the Philippines, I think that's going to hurt them to be working on that angle. And by the way, in Davao, the we were yesterday, it's absolutely clear that what they are proposing is a 600 tons per day incinerator. You don't call it by any other name, it is an incinerator. And I've been fighting incinerators for 35 years, so I know what an incinerator is. And I can tell you that is an incinerator that they're proposing, and what they're proposing is right now illegal.
Clarifications? Yes.
Given the volume and kind of waste government targets to recover from Manila Bay, what technologies do you suggest government should look into?
Well, first of all, look at the kinds of waste that that you see polluting Manila Bay, right? So a lot of it is low value recyclable plastic, sachets, single-use plastics, plastic bags, cups, styrofoam cups, ano pa ba? Kasi karamihan sachets, nobody bothers, and the reason they end up there is because nobody collects them, bothers to collect them. They have no value. Technologies, unfortunately, at this point, even if you're able to do a cleanup, recover them, we would not advocate that they be incinerated or that they be burned. You know, the most that you could actually probably is to landfill them safely. But beyond that, because you cannot be doing cleanups, the company is producing single-use plastics, single-use throwaway packaging. That they need to deliver their products without creating this tremendous pollution costs. At this time, they are being given a free ride. Taxpayers like us are shouldering the burden of managing the waste associated with their products. So that's one message to industry. Secondly, of course, when we've been calling for national government to legislate what we call extended producer responsibility, to try to make that happen, bring responsibility back to companies. And that's part of our campaign also, together with No Burn Pilipinas, to work on alternative delivery systems, extended producer responsibility as policy interventions to address the issue. Pero yeah, yun na nga. Kahit anong clean-up gawin mo dyan, babalik at babalik yan kasi they keep producing garbage, they keep producing rubbish.
I'm correct in saying that the waste problem is not going to be solved by magic machines like incinerators, but it's going to be solved by better organization, better education, and better industrial design. Then government should be prepared to spend a comparable amount of money doing that. What we see is they're willing to spend billions of pesos on an incinerator. They're only willing to spend pennies on organization and education and better industrial design. So, it's frustrating. We are coming up with viable alternatives, but they are not prepared to fund them, or at least haven't given any indication for the last
amend the Clean Air Act and lift the ban on incineration. So medyo kaya nga kaduda-duda yung ginagawa ng DNR because they want to go around the ban by coming up with these guidelines that actually undermine the spirit of the ban. And that's why in Congress they're also supposed to actually repeal the ban. So that's why we believe we have a strong basis to file shall we say, legal, or to instigate a legal procedure to stop these projects from going forward. It's big money involved, like Quezon City spends more than 1 billion pesos a year on waste management. It's a top expenditure. If you look at the budgets of local government units, waste management is a top expenditure item. And with an incinerator, I would suspect even, and Paul, you can back me on this, that many of the cities will go bankrupt. As we've seen in cities in the United States who've invested in incinerators.
Indeed, Detroit has just shut down the largest incinerator in the world, and that practically crippled the economy of Detroit. There were times when the police and the fire departments were not being paid because they had to pay the fees for using the incinerator. And Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, the capital of Pennsylvania, that was bankrupted by their incinerator. So, underline, it's an economic disaster as well as an environmental public health disaster. But again, I think the vulnerable player here is the Japanese agencies. And I think the Philippines is probably used to corruption amongst its politicians, people who do this. But the Japanese agencies have a level of visibility and supposed respectability. If it becomes clear that they are abetting doing something illegal in the Philippines, I think that's going to hurt them. They're not taking it seriously. And here's a thought. You know, Vaughan said something. He said, the things which are in Manila Bay don't have value. In other words, the informal sector didn't grab it. So if the government is going to put comparable money into solving this problem with better organization, what you could do is to put an artificial value on some of these throwaway objects. I'm just going to choose one, okay? I'm going to say plastic straws. Let's say plastic straws. This is a nuisance. So if tomorrow you said, we're going to give you these plastic straws that people are throwing away are actually worth money, the government has put an anti-litter refund on plastic straws. So you bring us 1,000 plastic straws, you get so much money. The informal sector would go out and get that and produce millions of plastic straws. So I only give this as an example that you can use economic incentives to achieve what you want. People, the informal sector, people need jobs, they need money. And so if you give a value to something which is being thrown into Manila Bay, it won't be thrown into Manila Bay. This is the different kind of thinking that we have to bring to these bureaucracies. And unfortunately, the people that are in these bureaucracies have had a long lifetime dealing with one question: how do you get rid of waste safely? And so their preoccupation is what regulations you have for landfills, what regulations you have for incinerators. And what we need are people with more creativity, with more understanding of how the economy works and how you create out there if we start to do it the right way.
Ginagawang clean up ng DNA sa Manila Bay, parang walang mangyayari dahil patuloy tayo nagpuproduce ng mga plastic na ginagamit araw-araw. Pwedeng pakaliwanag lang po. Kasi medyo active yung DNA natin sa Manila eh.
Clean up?
Oo, clean up. Hindi lang Manila Bay, pati yung ibang mga lugar tulad ng sa Palawan.
Oo. Actually, maraming mag-clean up na nangyayari. Hindi lang sa Manila, pero ang mapapansin ko niyan, kahit na gano'ng kadaming clean up, bumabalik yung waste, kasi especially in Manila Bay, parang cove yan. So yung mga materials o waste discards na galing sa mga nearby provinces na natrap din pag pumapasok yung currents. Sinasabi namin na parang halos walang katapusan yan kung puro clean up ka lang. Paul actually uses an analogy of an overflowing bathtub. Right? Kung yung bathtub mo ay nag-overflow, magtatabo ka pa isa-isa para mapigilan itong umapaw or papatayin mo yung gripo. Di ba papatayin mo yung gripo? That's the first thing you need to do. And in the case of production of throwaway packaging or single-use plastics, what we know is that industry is still planning to grow production exponentially. Nobody's talking about reducing or switching of the tap. So if there's going to be continued production, then we will all drown in plastic. In fact, tulad sinasabi namin in the Republic Act 9003, Ecological Waste Management Act, there is a provision which mandates the DNR, or what we call environmentally acceptable packaging, right? So this was actually in the law, but 20 years to today, unfortunately, that list has not yet come out. Why? Because the plastic industry has successfully blocked that list from coming on. There's representatives of the plastic industry sitting in the National Solid Waste Management Commission who have managed to prevent that list from being developed. Now that there is so much pressure and attention focused on plastics, nagmamadali na yun ang commission to produce this list. Yeah. Pero what are they doing? They're saying we can only come up with the list where if we find alternatives to the plastic bag, or if we can find alternatives to the plastic or styrofoam cup.
marami namang alternatives but they're using all kinds of technical arguments to say, parang mas delikado kung papel Hindi naman yun ang pinag-uusapan Pinag-uusapan maybe is the difference between reusable versus throwaway. Alternative is to stop producing throwaway packaging in the first place. So, and legislate bans on single-use plastics. Right now, we have cities like Manila, Makati, coming up with ordinances banning single-use plastics, whether that's a plastic bag or plastic straws. But we need to legislate that at the national level. And this is a strong follow-up needed to the Ecological Waste Management Act. If you want to really move towards zero waste, you need to be taking out things that you cannot recycle, things that you cannot compost, away from the market. Kaya nga sa San Fernando, after they managed to implement, divert 80%, the next step is really look at the residual fraction.
You've got big corporations like the plastic industry and Monsanto and others. They're raping the planet. All their interest is profit, profit, profit. And then on the other side, you've got communities and citizens. They want to save the planet for their children, their grandchildren. They want to protect their communities. So that's the struggle as I see it worldwide, is corporations ravaging the planet and citizens wanting to save the planet. And thank goodness in between you've got NGOs that are organized to help the citizens. But the question is, where do the politicians, where do they go? Do they go and help the corporations ravage the planet or undermine the Philippines, the future of the Philippines? Or do they go and support the communities, the citizens? And zero waste is a place where they show their colors. Do they go with the incinerator industry, the plastics industry, or do they go with zero waste and support the citizens? So it really is a microcosm of what's happening in the globe. And I can say that because I go to so many different countries, 66 countries, and I'm learning from each country. But the exciting thing is what citizens have been able to organize at the local level. And now sharing that between countries is very exciting.
Imbitahan kayo later this afternoon sa Sulutan where Dr. Paul Conant will discuss and present these emerging technologies and what are the real solutions to our waste management problems. It's at 1 o'clock Sulutan, so you're all invited. Para makatulong din na makapag-share ng information sa general public. Yes.
I object to the word emerging technologies. These areas were built in Germany in the 1890s, producing electricity. There's nothing new about burning waste to produce a little bit of energy. And as far as gasification and plasma are, these have been around for 30, 40 years. There's not one commercial operation going in the United States using gasification. Plasma are. They're not emerging technologies. They are museum pieces. Wrong century.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Paul and Glenn. Glenn has the right mention. Meron po kami forum mamaya sa Sulu Hotel. You can come. For those who are interested to have a deep understanding of Dr. Paul's waste management. So in behalf of Eco-Waste Coalition and Northern Pilipinas, maraming po salamat sa pagdalo po ninyo. And we hope to see you again in the next future press conferences. So with this, we will be having our lunch. So please stay with us. Nakanda na po yung lunch bago tayong walis. Maraming po salamat at sa ating po mga speakers, palakpakan po yung natin.
I go formally through the arguments against consideration. Don't want to do this, already done it 20 years ago, already won, but we do it again. Of course, the people that need to hear it are not here. Next. Incineration is the most expensive way of handling waste.
We're not just talking about a public health disaster here, we're talking about an economic disaster for the taxpayer. Let me explain. The capital cost for an incinerator in Europe meeting best available technology requirements, burning 1,000 tons a day, will be between 300 to 400 million euros. And that's, dollars will be more. Next. Now, I gave this talk a few days ago in Lebanon, so he changed the name to Philippines. Does the Philippines, or do the Philippines have money to burn? Because that's what you're saying. You build an incinerator. Most of the income, they want you to believe this is a power station. This is a way of making electricity. It's going to be a major source of electricity. No. Here's a simple thing to do. Regular landfills or monofills. Next, what this does is to allow us to see graphically, you do not get rid of landfills with incinerators. These ash monofills are huge. And they're
Okay mga kaibigan, alas 4:04 na po ng hapon. Yan po yung nangyaring press conference kanina sa isang restaurant. Yung ika ngay pagtutol o maring kinututulan ng No Burn Pilipinas yung pagsusunog nga po ng mga basura. Na kanina binanggit din doon na yung nagiging sanhi niya na siyempre mga plastic. So ang tanong nga dyan, bakit noon pinayagan nila paggamit ng plastic? Samantalang nung araw kasi mga kaibigan, inabutan ko pa, ang ginagamit is yung mga supot na papel. Wala naman hong plastic nung araw, puro supot na papel. Bibili ka bigas, yung ginagamit na tape sa papel na yon, papel din. Ngayon, meron ng plastic tape, meron ng sandubag na plastic. So, lahat plastiko. So, ba't pinayagan noon? Huwag naman, in fairness naman kay Senator Sherwin Gatchalian dahil meron silang pabrika ng plastic sa Valenzuela. So, dapat noon palang hindi pinayagan. Sa halip, puro papel pa din ang pinagagawa, di ba, sa mga pabrika yan. Wala, andyan na. So, sa bagay, plastiko, maganda rin. Nga lang, siyempre, nasa paggamit na dapat hindi kung saan-saan tinatapon. Pero kung yan ay maayos na gagamitin, hindi mo magkakaproblema ang ating bansa, ang ating komunidad sa mga problema. Yung nagbabara sa karsada, sa mga kanal, mga plastiko na kukuha. Siyempre, hindi ho natutunaw. So, yun po. At ngayon nga po mga kaibigan, after dyan sa presko na yan, ay tumuloy po sa Sulu Hotel ang grupo. At doon po ay nagkaroon ng isang briefing session na kasama ang local chief executives at ang 18th Congress dahil sa risk ng waste incineration, yun nga pong pagsusunog ng mga basura. So, yun po, nanguna pa rin doon, siyempre si Dr. Paul Conet at siyempre kasama si Glenn Imata ng No Burn Pilipinas at nandun dumating din sa briefing session mula sa Bayan Muna, si Bayan Muna Representative Carlos Zarate at si Quezon City Councilor Hero Bautista. Panoorin po natin yung nagaganap na ngayon, ongoing na live sa Sulu Hotel po. Panoorin po natin.
So now, I go formally through the argument against incineration. Don't want to do this, already done it 20 years ago, already won, but we do it again. Of course, the people that need to hear it are not here. Next. Incineration is the most expensive way of handling waste. We're not just talking about a public health disaster here, we're talking about an economic disaster for the taxpayer. Let me explain. The capital cost for an incinerator in Europe meeting best available technology requirements, burning 1,000 tons a day, will be between 300 to 400 million euros. And that's, dollars will be more. Next. Now, I gave this talk a few days ago in Lebanon, so he changed the name to Philippines. Does the Philippines, or do the Philippines have money to burn? Because that's what you're saying. You build an incinerator. Most of the income from incineration, they want you to believe this is a power station. This is a way of making electricity. It's going to be a major source of electricity. No. Here's a simple thing to do. Or monofills. Next, what this does is to allow us to see graphically, you do not get rid of landfills with incinerators. These ash monofilms are huge. And they're forever. Most of these toxins there are permanent. That's a permanent storage of toxic lead, of toxic cadmium, of toxic arsenic, of toxic chromium, and a lot of dioxins to boot. Next. Incinerators is a waste of energy. Next. They're a huge waste of energy. Let me explain. I've actually already explained. This energy in the next production cycle. Next. Next. Now, to give you an example of what a waste of energy incineration is.
Mga kaibigan, nagkakaroon ng isang PowerPoint si Dr. Paul Conner po sa sunod. Pinapaliwanag niya ito kasi expert sa zero waste na buwan pa sa ibang bansa ng mga sa Pilipinas para turuan ng ating mga kababayan paano si zero waste na hindi gagawin susunod na mga kasunod.
So for 20 to 30 years, you stifle innovation, you stifle alternatives, just in order to... And next, then they prepare these materials for market. And more categories doing that. And then, of course, they are next shipped to market. So they're involved in every stage. Collection, separating, getting into the right position. This, to me, is a terrific model. I think the Philippines is popular. Next, composting. Next, composting. This is a feeding animals. Now, animals get fed out of these little tins, right? God knows what's in these little tins. But if you are eating and you have chicken or meat or stuff left over, feed it to your cat or your dog. And if you don't have a cat or a dog, find somebody that's in your street that has them. I mean, it's far better for them to have. If it's good enough for us, it should be good enough for their kitties. So, anyway, it's a little common sense, a little creative, and that's feeding animals. Now, animals get fed out of these little tins, right? God knows what's in these little tins. But if you are eating and you have chicken or meat or stuff left over, feed it to your cat or your dog. And if you don't have a cat or a dog, find somebody that's in your street that has them. I mean, it's far better for them to have. If it's good enough for us, it should be good enough for their kitties. So, anyway, it's a little common sense, a little creative, and that's next. They've analyzed the residual fraction in this town. They're getting a reduction of 83%. And this is the analysis of the remaining 17%. And diapers is number 2 on that list. Next. How close can we get to zero waste? 6 million people, 73% diversion. Next. Italy. Separate collection rate. 40 provinces, 65% diversion. The top 4, over 80%. Treviso, population 1 million, 88%. One province, 88% diversion. 2,950 municipalities in Italy. 1 municipalities, and they're gearing up to celebrate the number 300. Next. And it's not just Italy, they're spreading like a fungus over Europe, Slovenia, Romania, France, Spain. It's growing, and it's been recognized. The head of the European Commission has said We need to move from a linear to a circular economy, and to do that we need the zero waste approach as practiced in Italy, and he named a few towns. Finite succinct about the exact smoldering of the bread, we must stop incineration before it gets too late. Unless we reach the dangers, we had better separate, and we must do it now. We don't want incineration. We don't want incineration. We don't want incineration. We know there's a better way. And what that proves is that probably the Philippines have the best singers in the world. You've got competition.
Okay mga kaibigan, alas 4:14 na po ng hapon at yan po yung nangyaring continuation ng ginawang presko ng Northern Pilipinas sa isang restaurant sa likod ng Quezon City Hall at sumunod sa may Sulu Hotel kung saan nga po nagsasagawa ng briefing session with the local chief executives at 18th Congress on Risk of Waste Incineration. So pinag-uusapan po doon yun nga pong kung ano ang ikasasama ng pagsusunog po ng basura po, no? Hindi po tama talaga magsunog ng basura mga kaibigan, pero wala tayong dahil yun po dahil po pondohan pa ng Japan, parang sabihin na natin may pera na naman involved diyan, di ba po? So, yun po ang doon. Okay mga kaibigan, magpapakilala po ating himpilan at muli po tayo magbabalik at hihingi po tayo ng reaksyon mula kay Daniel Valdez. Magbabalik po tayo.
Mga OFWs, gusto nyo bang malibang at makibalita sa mga nangyayari sa Pilipinas? Samahan si Tita Lou Medina at Wedge Kujaman. Sama-sama nating pag-usapan ang inyong mga karanasan abroad. Basta ikaw, OFW ang bida rito. Hello Philippines! Hello world! Dito sa Spears Cyber TV.
Okay mga kaibigan, sa pagkakataong pong ito ay makakapiling po natin yung ating isang avid viewer na si Daniel Valdez. Kaugnay nga po dito sa kanyang reaksyon hinggil dito sa incineration ng mga basura. Daniel, good afternoon.
Good afternoon po, magandang hapon, Sir Rocel. At sa buong mga avid listeners, viewers ng Spear Cyber TV.
Oo. Daniel, ano ang reaction mo dito dahil nga tinututulan ng Northern Pilipinas yung pagsusunugan ng mga basura dahil na nga ay makasama daw to sa kalusugan bukod pa doon ay sa ating kalikasan?
Alam mo, Sir Rocel, mukhang alam mo, palagi ko lang Sir Rocel, mukhang tutol kaya ako dito. Tutol po kaya yung mga kababayan, tutol po ba ni mga kababayan po natin na yung pagsusunog na basura masama po daw sa kalusugan daw?
Hindi, kaya
sa
nga
bagay kung tutuusin.
Kaya nga Daniel, nagpunta rito sa Pilipinas itong si Dr. Paul Conet para ipaliwanag kung ano ang sama ng pagsusunog ng basura.
Alam niyo naman, kasi alam mo naman, Sir Rocel, kaya ipininiwanag ni Dr. Connell ba yun?
Conet,
ni Dr. Conet na mabibigyan linaw yung itong kanyang advokasya o yung kanyang pag-organisa na magkaroon ng pagsusunog ng basura. Siyempre kung sakali ang sabihin kaya ng Eco Waste Coalition magkaroon po ba na idadaan daw muna sa mga consultation, yung paglilinaw na lahat ng mga yung mga nagtatapon ng basura na kahit saan O di siyempre, iko-kolektahin bali yung mga yun.
Hindi, actually Daniel, meron na nga tayo diyang batas tungkol sa Republic Act 9003 na tungkol dyan sa basura. Ang problema nga, siyempre pumapasok ang bansang Japan at sila nga magpopondo dito sa sinasabing incineration, waste incineration. So parang magtatayo na siguro parang planta, doon itatapon lahat ang basura, doon magsusunog. So siyempre, pag sumusunog yan, siyempre may mga usok na lalabas niya, sinusunog mo eh. So apektado pa rin tayo dahil doon nga sa climate change, di ba?
Oo.
So yun nga, kaya ang problema naman, sabi nga ni Glenn Imata ng Northern Pilipinas, ilang beses na silang nagpupunta, sumulat sa DENR, walang tugon sa kanila. Puro ganon ang nangyayari. Ngayon, ikaw,
siyempre.
Oo, alam mo, tsaka minsan,
Dapat Sir Rocel, mukhang bigyan din linaw yung pag-iimbestiga dyan eh. Dapat idaan daw muna sa mabuting proseso kung anong dapat nilang sasagutin.
Hindi, alam mo dito Daniel, sabi ko nga sa iyo kanina at sabi rin ng mga panel doon, may batas na dyan. Ang problema lang, yung implementation, katulad yan, sa mga depressed area, naglilinis ng basura, di ba, sa mga bakuran. Ang gagawin, susunugin. So, ganun ang nangyayari. Kahit yung mga, minsan makikita mo sa kalsada, mga street children, mga street boy na sinusunog yung mga wire pagkatapos ibebenta yung tanso, di ba? So, yung dapat implementation na ipagbawal talaga yung pagsusunog ng basura, dapat strictly na ipatutupad. So, nangyayari pa rin eh. Kahit naman sa mga probinsya, sa mga bakura, nagsusunog ng mga damo-damo, di ba? So, yun ang natin. So, ito pa, lalo pa ito. Gagawin yung incineration. So, malaking na yan. Dahil popondohan nga ng Japan. So, parang malaking pabrika o isang malawak na place. Doon lahat dadali ng mga basura na nakukolekta at doon susunugin. Yun ang sinasabi. So, para sa iyo, Daniel, tutol ka ba rito sa pagsusunog ng basura at bakit? At ano ang masama rito sa pagsusunog ng basura?
Kung ako po yung tatanungin, Sir Rocel, mukhang, alam mo ang minsan, pasensya na ho, minsan ho, naguguluhan lang ako eh. Kung pabor ba ako dyan o di pabor ako sa tutol niya na pagsusunog ng basura.
Bakit? Sa inyo ba, pag may mga basura kayo, ano ginagawa nyo? Sinusunog nyo?
Hindi. Kasi di ba, pag magtatapon ng kami ng basura na kung saan-saan siyempre kukuhain na mismo yung mga garbage truck collector siyempre doon po yung susunugin. Tapos kung sakali di ba binabanggit ho ninyo yung di ba hindi pa uso ang nung araw, hindi pa uso daw yung sinasabing plastic ba, may sandobag ba, yung sandobag pa noon. Di ba nung araw uso yun eh.
Wala.
Ngayon
Alam mo Daniel, wala pa nga sandobag noon. Ang ginagamit noong araw is mga papel lang. Lalagyan ng bigas, papel, di ba? Supot. Tapos pati yung ginagamit na pantakip doon, yung pantape, papel din. Alala mo, binabasa lang ng tubig.
Nako.
Yun ang ginagamit ng araw. So, nawala nga yun, pumalit nga itong plastic. Kaya, actually, maganda naman ang plastic. Ang problema nga lang, ang nangyayari, pag itinatapon na, ayan, nagbabara na sa mga kanal. Kaya nagkaroon tayo ng pagbaha. So, para sa'yo, dapat ba na magsunog ng basura o hindi at bakit?
Kung ako dyan kung ako yung tatanungin, Sir Rocel, sige, dapat lang. Kung dapat lang po, kung dapat po ba, dapat lang isusunog talaga yung basura. Para na sa ganun, madaan naman talaga syempre, yung mga maselang usapan, yung sa mga konsultasyon na dapat silang daanin daw muna sa konsultasyon. Daanin muna.
Oo, yun nga. Kaso nga ang problema nga, Daniel, ang DENR at ibang mga sangay ng gobyerno ayaw makipag-usap dito sa mga tumututol katulad itong grupong Northern Pilipinas at ayaw makipag-usap at walang sagot at walang tugon doon sa inilatag na pagkontra nitong mga grupo na ito ng No Burn Pilipinas. Kasi kapag sabi ko sa'yo, pag ikaw magsusunog, ang magiging problema dyan yung ating climate change. Yun na naman ang magiging problema natin
Yung
dyan.
pagbabago ng klima, siyempre.
Oo, kaya nga 'di ba? Kapag ikaw nagsusunog lagi ng mga basura, mga gulo, etc., yung usok niya pupunta sa kalawakan eh. Yon ang nagdahilan kung bakit nagbabago ang ating climate change. Kaya nga may climate change. Pero kung ikaw hindi magsusunog, walang ganyan ganito, so magiging maganda ang ating klima. Napansin mo, kapag may ulan, may bagyo, gumaganda ang klima natin, gumaganda ang kwan, di ba? Kasi bumubuhos ang ulan. So nawawala yung mga toxic na galing dyan sa mga basura na yan, yung mga usok na yan.
Yung toxic, yung sinasabi daw na nakakalason.
Oo. So kaya nga, para sa'yo, tutol ka ba sa pagsusunog ng basura at bakit?
Ako lang eh. Wala na. No choice na eh. No choice eh. Ano pa nga bang magagawa ko? Siyempre, no choice na. Kung hindi, hindi.